Hi, I'm Gus. I'm the founder and CEO of The Wondery. Today, I want to talk to you about emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence and how they're revolutionizing revenue strategy for founders and why ignoring them is no longer an option. But before we get into the upside, let me give you my perspective. AI amplifies what's already there, what's already existing. It amplifies high performing individuals, clear strategies, and good fundamentals. Yet, it also amplifies bad planning, weak positioning, and broken processes. So, this discussion isn't about AI instead of strategy or AI instead of humans. It's about AI with solid strategy with humans, especially in the search for product market fit and clear go to market motion in early stage technology companies and startups. So, let's look at how AI can sharpen product market fit and go to market focus. Most founders are trying to answer the same core question initially. Who exactly is my ideal customer? Why would they choose us instead of alternatives? Why do they actually value our product? What in it is valuable? And what feedback that we're getting is just noise? Traditionally, you learn this slowly through customer development, through conversations, through trial and error campaigns, and months of anecdotal feedback coming through people. AI dramatically speeds that up and speeds up the learning loop for us. With AI powered tools, we can now, amongst a whole lot of other things, analyze customer interviews, support tickets, and sales notes to extract patterns in their language by using data driven analysis. How they describe their pain, what outcomes they care about, and what triggers them to buy through their own words, not a translation from anybody else. We can mine product usage data to see which features our best customers actually use and which one they ignore. We may think it's great, customers may ignore it. We can run rapid experiments on messaging, pricing, and offers across channels, and then we let AI highlight what resonates for which segment, truly important when it comes to differentiation. All this helps us to identify our ideal customer faster, understand why do they buy from us, clarify what they truly value in our product or our solution. As a founder in a startup, that's the foundation of product market fit. And it's the starting point for any recipe for predictable revenue. For early stage startups, this precision is really transformative. You're no longer making slow, expensive mistakes in the dark. You're running fast, you have data-backed learning cycles, and you refine your positioning and packaging and go-to-market focus in weeks instead of quarters. Let's look at how AI accelerates sales productivity and revenue predictability. So the next phase, of course, after achieving product market fit, the next challenge, the next phase is building a repeatable revenue engine. So this is where AI supercharges sales and forecasting. It helps us with smarter prioritization. AI-driven lead scoring helps your team focus on the accounts most likely to convert based on behavior, based on fit, and based on intent signals. Next best action. So we have tools that can recommend what we do next, who to call, what to send, when to follow up, based on what's worked in the past, based on what the founder taught us is the best way to get the product out there. Dynamic forecasting. Instead of static spreadsheets, AI models, normal CRM, normal Salesforce automation, we can have predictions in real time as the data is coming in. What used to take weeks is now available to us in minutes. And of course, what's the result of all of that? You get a clearer line of sight from the pipeline to revenue. No more guessing. You can make more confident hiring based on your signals. You can invest in the right places. And you can make runway decisions appropriate for the reality of your business. Because your revenue engine is becoming more predictable. Again, though there's another side to this. If your sales process is chaotic, not well thought through, AI will just help to go faster in the wrong direction. You still need clear stages, definitions, and disciplines in your sales motion. AI then amplifies that discipline for us. AI unlocks personalized and customer insight at scale. In early stage companies, one of our biggest advantages is how close we are to our customer. That's a major competitive advantage. AI now helps us to turn that closeness into a scalable advantage. We can develop tailored onboarding journeys based on user behavior and user profile and user interaction. We can have emails, in-app messages, and offers that adapt in real time. And we can have AI-powered chat capabilities that can actually understand context, not just repeat scripted responses. And I'm not referring to bots. I'm referring to humans talking to customers and having the advantage of AI. Because AI is consistently learning from these interactions, it keeps refining and helps us to understand which customers respond to which messages, which value propositions land with which segments, what moments in the journey truly drive conversion and churn. Isn't that a wonderful thing to know for our revenue teams, for our sales teams? You're no longer selling generic campaigns or one-size-fits-all experiences. You're delivering relevance, and you can do so at scale. This, of course, leads to a higher conversion. Maybe we work with less, but we work with higher value, better expansion, and stronger retention, which are all the real levers behind scalable, predictable revenue. AI also helps free up our founders to work on the business, not just in the business. Our founders have so many hats: CEO, CRO, marketing, head of customer success, sales reps, and sometimes even support. AI doesn't replace the founder. Instead, it automates repetitive tasks like research, note-taking, reporting, basic support. It summarizes what's happening across sales, marketing, and product so we can see patterns faster. It also codifies what the founder is doing in the early stages. Very important for the future sales process. Surfaces the so what behind the data. You can have the data, but what does it mean? Where are the opportunities? Where are the risks? And what do we prioritize next? So we should think of this AI capability in generic terms as a strategic co-pilot. It can handle operational noise so that we can focus on the highest impact work, like clarifying the strategy, building the right team, raising capital, strengthening customer relationships. But after all, refining the recipe for predictable revenue growth. Now, as with all things, there is another side to this. AI magnifies both the good and the bad. So I think we should all be very clear on this point. If we have vague positioning, AI will help us scale vague messaging. If we have an ICP definition that's sloppy, AI will help us reach more of the wrong people a lot faster. If our pricing, our sales process, our customer success are not well thought through, if they're broken, AI will make the problems visible sooner and much more painful. So the sequence of adopting all of this matters. As founders, as early stage companies, we should get the fundamentals right. As Steve Blank used to say, product market fit is everything. ICP clarity, pricing, and a repeatable go-to-market motion. Then we use AI to amplify what works, expose what doesn't, and continuously refine our revenue engine. That is where AI becomes a force multiplier for high-performing teams and founders, not a distraction or a shiny object. So then let's look at a summary here. In my opinion, AI is no longer just a buzzword. It's becoming a core ingredient in how founders design, test, and scale revenue strategies within their businesses. If we use it well, it speeds up our learning about our ideal customer profile. It clarifies why they buy from us and what they truly value. It sharpens product market fit and go-to-market focus. Of course, it can accelerate sales productivity and forecasting. It can deliver personalization and insight at scale. And it can free up the founders to focus on what matters, the growth of the business. However, used poorly, it will simply amplify bad planning, bad foundations, and it will make us go in the wrong direction quicker. So if you're a founder in an early stage technology company, and you're not yet leveraging all of these capabilities in your revenue strategy, the time is to start thinking about it now. But let's start with basics. How do we use it to clarify our intent, to focus? and to get a real understanding of our customers. So I've seen firsthand how AI layered onto sound revenue fundamentals can transform businesses. And I'm excited to help more founders harness its full potential to build scalable, predictable revenue engines. I want to thank you for watching today. And if this message resonates with you, and if you have many more thoughts on it, and if you have experiences that's different to mine, I would love to hear from you. Let's continue the conversation at thewandering.net. Thank you very much.